Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance. No contribution with this video. It is the follow-up from Valerie trying to explain what went on. So, here's the story. Hi, Ollie. I just saw that you posted my recording and email. Thank you for doing so, and thank you for your commentary. I will say it's not what I expected, but it's good to get some insight. I don't know how you expected anything different from that audio. I really don't. I mean, it just shows you have a severe disconnect, Valerie. You're severely disconnected from reality. I don't know that it'll make a difference, but I want to point out a few things that I missed mentioning and defend myself a little. My husband is very charming and far better at stating his case than I am. But understand something, Valerie. You were controlling the conversation. You knew you were being recorded. He didn't. And you didn't refute any of the things he was really saying to you. He tripped you up on several different points. Much of what is mentioned in the recording by my husband are various shades of the truth. I had given up calling him out on everything. Then why would you send me that recording as proof of anything? Why? Why? Now, how do you expect to win an argument if you're trying to get money from him? Yet you're saying you're just letting him go on with these half-truths without fighting, but still trying to get money? How are you going to win an argument like that? I was a stay-at-home mom until 2014. Right, and up until that point, he said he had floated something like, spent about $500,000. In 2014, I started working as a real estate agent in California. It started as a part-time job. However, by 2016, at the time of my daughter's accident, I was working full-time. My husband was no longer sending money by 2016. Right. And he already had been sending $500,000. Still should be sending something if he could. But being the state of Syria in 2016, I guess it's kind of understandable since it was a full-on war zone. By 2018, I was doing well for myself. I was able to support myself and two daughters comfortably in Southern California. I had zero debt and managed to start saving money every month. But I was burned out. In under 4 years, you were burned out. This is what I'm talking about, Valerie, with your disconnect from reality. You worked for 4 years, not even full time the entire time, and you're burned out? Is that your excuse for going back to him because you were burned out after working for 4 years? I agreed to go to Dubai with my husband because he promised he would start working again and I would be able to stay home and care for my daughter. Then what's with the special schooling? And sending her away, and the maid, and the driver, and the nanny you're asking for. What are you talking about? With the settlement money I received, I bought him a BMW that he shipped to Dubai. Why? If you were going to buy him a BMW, why didn't you just buy it in Dubai? Why would you ship a BMW from California, from the United States, in California of all states? I mean, so you bought a BMW in California, paid all that California tax, and then shipped it out of California to Dubai? With the settlement money? Off your daughter? Your daughter said, I used the debts he had incurred in Syria. Do you understand you are married, right? You're married. He incurred you both incurred, whether he's over there or you're spending here, they're your joint debts. That's how it works when you're married. And you seem to want to put this line, what your debts is your debts, but my debts are also your debts. No, They're marital debts. Whether he's over there, you set it up that you're living here, he's living there, they're marital debts. The first 6 months we were in Dubai, I worked full-time in sales. My savings and my income supported us for the first 6 months. My husband did not work and did not participate in taking care of the children or the house. He made little effort in opening his real estate brokerage until February 2019 when he met his partner. I gave him over $100K to finance his share of the business. $50K came from credit cards in my name, and $55K was the last of my savings and lawsuit money. So you made a marital investment that didn't pan out. I also left my job to help manage the office, which he also said was a problem, that nobody wanted you there, that you were costing them business because you didn't understand it. Is that one of those things you just gave up fighting over? Because it seems like a pretty important point. I was working 30 hours a week in the office. The business did not have a chance to be profitable when he decided to leave. He signed ownership of the business over to his partner in a fit of rage and walked away. And he was explaining to you over and over and over again, very rationally, that the business wasn't going to work, that it just wasn't happening. They didn't want you there. It wasn't, but you weren't hearing it. You weren't hearing it. I don't know why this guy would want to be in debt. In regards to the lawsuit, there were actually 2 lawsuits. One for my daughter and one for myself. I cannot disclose the exact details of either lawsuit. I can say that my daughter now has a trust that will begin disbursements when she turns 18. The judge also authorized monthly payments of $4,000 to go towards her medical care and schooling. But I thought you were going there to be a full, so where's the $4,000 a month going? So then where is it going? It's going to the schooling, but you're staying at home now. You went there to be a stay-at-home. I also received a settlement from a lawsuit related to my daughter's accident. It was about 10% of what my daughter received. It was paid at the time of the settlement. I don't know why in California they let the parents. Okay. In regards to the accident, my daughter fell from a second-story window head first. How did that happen? How did that happen? So I guess you either sued the window company for some reason or another, or something with the construction. I don't know. I don't know how your daughter makes it out a window head first, though. And the fact that you sued and won in California for her and yourself really isn't all that impressive if you look at the California criminal justice system and the civil court system out in California. She suffered a severe traumatic brain injury as well as several other complications. She requires an aide or a trained adult to be with her throughout the day. In Dubai, we can afford to have an aide accompany her for 12 hours a day, and I am there to care for her in the mornings, evening, and weekends. In regards to being supportive of my husband and loving him, I have been very supported. I've been a very supportive and loving wife to him. How? I mean, you've been living apart for the better part of 10 years. So where is this support and love coming from? He refuses to acknowledge this. But you said you weren't. Listen, we're listening to your own words on that recording. You're trying to say this is just like the last couple weeks, but I don't think so. We have argued about this extensively in the past, and I've given up. My house is spotless. You admitted the house wasn't spotless. You admitted the kids' rooms were a wreck. He was, and your response to him was like, "I'm not your mother." Yet he will go out of his way to look for dust behind furniture and accuse me of being messy. I cook every day and he's welcome to eat what I cook, but tells me what I cook is not acceptable. That's not what you said in that video. That's not what you said. You blatantly said you're not cooking for him because you're not his mother. Come on. Like, I mean, it's almost like you think people don't listen to your words. Like, these were your words. This was your recording. This was your proof of something that, like, that just doesn't exist. Up until recently, I used to wake him every morning and serve him breakfast in bed before I left for work. I do his laundry and iron his shirts. I organize his closet and take care of his dry cleaning. I take care of everything related to the house and the children. I manage his calendar and respond to his emails. I organize his travel. I don't know how much of a supportive wife I can be. If you know, please tell me. Well, you didn't say any of that. You didn't say any of that. Why? I don't think so. I don't buy this. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Not when you're standing there saying, give me money for love. You blatantly said that. I barely have a driver. I don't have a maid. I need a nanny. I get $4,000 a month and I'm getting a lawsuit. Now you're telling me you're buying BMWs in California and shipping them to Dubai? You have very fancy taste there, Valerie. Very fancy taste. In July 2019, he hit me across the face and left me with a black eye. He had been having a disagreement with his partner, and I made the mistake of pointing out his partner's view. It was around this time I decided to leave him and stop being a wife at home. If he hits you, that's wrong. But my question is, first, you don't seem very much afraid of him. Secondly, you went on with him for 1 hour and 10 minutes, and he remained completely calm, not knowing you were the one knowing you were being recorded, not him. Not him. If that's what happened, he's wrong too. But listen, I'm sure there's more to the story. Not that anybody ever deserves to be hit. You don't. You don't. But I'm not buying this. Because you did nothing but use him as a cash machine, Valerie. You've done nothing but use him as a cash machine. And then just come basically right out and say it to him. I'm not perfect by any means, and perhaps this was not a best example to send you of what I have gone through, but I truly appreciate what you do on YouTube, and again, I appreciate your commentary, Valerie. I thank you for the compliment, okay? But you're not living in reality, Valerie, at all. At all. You got caught up in that whole West Coast California lifestyle, this entitlement. The story with your daughter is still disturbing. She went head first out a second-story window. And with the lawsuit money, you bought him a BMW and shipped it to Dubai? Listen, the California criminal justice system is screwed up. Is screwed up. Could go through, I could do 100 videos on how much injustice goes on. So the fact that you sued and won and sued for yourself and won doesn't impress me in the least. Not in the least bit. I also want to address, as I was driving home, I got this message in my email. I'm not going to name the person, but this person, after I posted this video yesterday, immediately sent me 5 different emails with videos about Sharia law. And after the 5th one, I just emailed, please stop sending me Sharia law videos. This has nothing to do with Sharia law. With another reply back, how do you know? And it's like, Y'all know I can't stand being message bombed. I can't. I don't ask for it. Don't do it. But I got this message. What is this? I have to walk away from your channel, and I have to walk away. I'm leaving, unsubscribe. Like, I don't know why you guys do this. I really don't. Because I can understand. Because I can understand you defending anyone, but this Eastern guy. She's not expressing herself well in American terms, but in his country, she makes sense. They're not in his country. They're in Dubai. He's from Syria. But it doesn't matter because she's female. That I can promise you. As far as the driver and maid, that doesn't matter because she's still totally going to be at his beck and call. Like, it doesn't matter. She's demanding a... Let me ask you something. What woman in Sharia law do you think demands a driver and a maid from her Sharia husband? Secondly, I don't even know if the guy's Muslim. Syria has a huge Christian community. He could be Muslim, but it's not Sharia law. Sharia law doesn't allow your wife and child to live in another country. You know? Sharia law doesn't allow you to backtalk your husband like that. Okay? She says she got hit once. Okay? After the first time, they're dragging him outside and beating them with sticks. Sharia law, you got to be in a full-on burqa. Headscarf. Does it seem like the type of woman that's wearing a hijab? You don't got to tell me about Sharia culture. I'm Armenian. She will lose probably everything. And he's controlling himself because it's a sign of weakness to let one woman upset you in his culture. No emotions, no love. You won't have any trouble from me. Good luck to you and Charlene. Well, that's fine. I'm glad. I'm not going to have any trouble, but you're just wrong here. You're just wrong. There's always going to be people that have to find defense of something screwed up. Okay, it's wrong if the guy hit her. It is as, but to try to pin this on Sharia law is absurd. Is absurd. Sharia law, that's right. Go ahead and under Sharia law and refuse to cook and clean for your husband. Refuse to watch what happens. They'll invite their whole family to whoop your ass out in the street. Sharia law. Again, some of you really need to just not take every story so personally if something triggers you, okay? Because I'm seeming to be getting a lot of that as well. But, again, thank you, Valerie, for trying to clear a little bit of this up. It doesn't really help much, in my opinion. It really doesn't. Okay, because at the end of the day, this is still about money for you. It's still about money. I don't buy this that, I just gave up. Then why would you send me this recording like that? Like, what did you think I don't know what you thought exposed him on that recording. I really don't. With these dollar amounts being thrown around and you demanding a driver, a maid, and a nanny. And what did you say? Like $8,000, pay me $8,000 a month, and you're already getting $4,000 a month? For your daughter? What school costs $4,000 a month? I understand she has some special needs, but $4,000 a month in special needs, especially over in Dubai, okay, where it's a quarter, where the cost of living is a quarter of, I don't know what the cost of living is. I know that the dollar is 27, you get 27 cents on their currency, American dollars. So it doesn't make sense, Valerie. It's time to grow up, and it's time to lose a lot of your entitlement. So there's your update, everyone. I hope that helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to have a private video made sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.